Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Amongst Our Weaponry by MrDon. And yes, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition, except if you... Amongst Our Weaponry is... I'm assuming that's the reference. If it's not, then, well, I have no idea what I'm doing here. So hopefully just before this puzzle got dropped, there will have been one of the BremSter unpublished puzzle videos released. I'm going to have to do that by hand, so we'll see how that one goes. But I am going to be releasing those over the next few days. And what else is going on the channel? There's actually a bit going on by the time this comes out. I'm still recording this over a week in advance, so... we will see how it all goes. But MrDon is a new setter, and apparently this is their first puzzle, and this came through as a recommendation, where... thank you, Riffclown, for the recommendation. I normally don't say who recommended, but when Riffclown recommends a puzzle, I'm going to pay attention. Yeah, that was absolutely going to be something I paid attention to. So well done, MrDon, for getting the attention. I'm glad that you're setting, and I'm looking forward to this one. There will be a bit of a treat coming in the next few days on the channel, hopefully, if all goes well. So that'll be something as well. So keep an eye on this space. How does this puzzle work? So amongst our weaponry, we have normal Sudoku rules. So in every box, in every row and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We also have King's Move, which means that in any cell, no digit that touches that cell, so no cell that is a King's Move apart in chess, may contain the same digit. So if this was a 3, for example, none of those cells could be a 3, not just in the same row and column, but also these ones that are basically a king could move to in chess. Also amongst our weaponry, we have digits placed on an arrow must sum to the digit in the arrow's circle. So the sum of these 3 digits will go there. I'll come in again. So amongst our weaponry, we have normal Sudoku rules apply. Cells separated by a king's move in chess cannot contain the same digits. Digits placed on an arrow must sum to the digit placed in that arrow circle. We also have Kropki Pairs, which means cells separated by a black dot have a 1 to 2 ratio, or one is double the other. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive, and not all dots are necessarily given. We also have a long Thermos. Digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. So this will be higher than this will be higher than this will be higher than this, and that's everything. I'll restart the puzzle and come in again. Yes, so let's give this a shot. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. So let's have a look. So these are definitely 6, 7, 8, and 9, and they're more restricted than that. These are 7, 8, and 9, because while if I look in this box, these have a minimum of 1, 2, 3, which sums to 6, and they can't be higher than 9 because that will break the rules of Sudoku. Along here, it's better because these have a minimum of 6. So these are at least 1, 2, and 3, but I have to add at least one more digit. So these are 1, 2, or 3, because if this was 6 and this was higher than 3, this would have to be 10, and that doesn't work. So this is also 1, 2, or 3. Now, these are consecutive. Is that doing anything? Maybe, but I'm more concerned about this black dot, because on a black dot, one digit must be low. Right, one digit must be low and the other digit must be even. And the way you can think about that is 1 doubles to 2, 2 doubles to 4, 3 doubles to 6, 4 doubles to 8. But this digit here has to be the low digit because this digit is higher than it. I can't do 1 to 2 because these digits are lower than it. Can't do 2 to 4 because these digits are lower than it. So this is either 3, 6 or 4, 8. And that is conforced. So, This is, right, and this is a 4. Because if this was a 3, this would be a 2, this would be a 1, and this cell would be nothing, because this cell would see all of those, and this would 3, 2, and 1, and I couldn't put anything there. So this is 4 and 8, and I have a digit. I have an digit. This is not 8 anymore. This is 7 or 9. Now, if this is 7, this is broken. Because if this is 7, this arrow, the minimum I can put on this, as I said earlier, is 1, 2, 3. Now, 1, 2, 3 is 6. So in order to get to 7, I would have to increase one of those digits by 1 without repeating a digit. So I couldn't increase the 1 or the 2 because then I'd end up with the duplicate digit. So I'd have to increase the 3 and I'd end up with 1, 2, 4. But if this was 1, 2, 4, the only digits from that are consecutive are the 1 and the 2. The 4 would have to go here, and that do not work. So this is a 9. So on this 9, yeah, I could do 2, 3, 4, I think. But this is, anyway, this is 2 or 3. This is 1 or 2. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple that sees each other. This is 1, 2, 3. Hang on a minute. So this digit is this digit. Because this is a 1, 2, 3 triple, and that sees both of those. And that has to exist somewhere here. So that is that. So this is not 1. So 1 is in one of those two. This is 3. So 2 is in one of these two. Because because there has to be an even digit on a consecutive pair. So there's no 2 here. Oh, this can't be 1, 2, 3 now. So if this is a 3, this would have to be 1, 2, 3 to keep that to 9. So, but this can't be 1, 2, 3 because that would be broken. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 3, and this doesn't have a 2 on it. So the minimum it could be now is 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4 is 8, 8 plus 1. So this is 1, 3, 4. Because 1, 3, 4, the minimum it can be, plus 1 is 9, and that is forced. But I can't put 3 in either of those because of the king's move, so that's the 3. That sees that by king's move, so that's the 4, and that's the 1. And I have some more digits. So. This is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? These are 5, 6, and 7. This is a minimum of 5. If this is a 7, these are double 1. That is not going to work. If this is 6, this is 1, 2. And if this is 5, these would have to sum to 4. And there's no way to do that. It's only 1 and 3. So this is 6 with 1, 2. And I can take 6 out of both of those. Now, can I do the same trick along here? I'm not sure I can. Maybe I can with this Thermo. Although this Thermo is bugging me even more. This is a minimum of 2. This is a minimum of 5. This is a minimum of 6. This is a minimum of 7. So this is 6, 7, 8. And the reason this is minimum 2, because it can't be 1, 3. This is a minimum of 5, because it has to be higher than 2, but it can't be 3 or 4. So this is minimum 6, this is minimum 7. So this is 6, 7. So the way I do it is I do minimums and then I work down. So I've done what the maximums are, the minimums in the cell, and then I work down putting in what the maximums are. Now this can't be an 8, so this is a 6 or a 7. So this can't go above 6, so this is 5 or 6. And then this can't go above 6, so this is 2, 3, 4 or 5, but it can't be, it could be 4. So this is 2, 4 or 5. But this is now 5, 6, 7 or 8. And it can't be 8 because that would mean this would be, wait a minute. This is a maximum of 8. This is a maximum of 7. So this can't be 7. So this is 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. But this sees all of those. I'm not sure. I mean, this sees all of that. Hang on. This can't be a 7, because if I put a 7 there, those could both be 6. Then this would be 5. No, not sure. Got to put a 1 in one of those two. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. That's not it, is it? There's a 3 down here. 8 in this box is there. No. The maximum I can put on this is 5. Because 1, 2, 5 is 8, which would make this 9. If I put 6 on this, the minimum is 1, 2, 6, which is 9, and this would have to be a 0. So 6 is up here, but not there. So 6, 7, 8, and 9 go into those. But these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not 3 or 4. There has to be an even digit on this. So the 6 is in here. So this is 5, and this is not 5. Oh, and the 4 makes that 2. So there's no 1 or 2 there. This is 3, 4, or 5. But there has to be a 1 in one of those two. Because if there's not, they're 2, 3, 4, and they're already 9. And they can't get to 9. That was an important thing that I forgot. But if this is 1, 3, 4, that's 8, and this could be a 1. And then this would be a 2. I'm definitely missing something. This is not a 5 anymore. This is a 1 or a 2. Got to put a 4 in one of those two. Oh, this 5 makes this the 6, which means this is a 7. This is an 8 or a 9. There's no 3 there. So this is 1 or 9 because it can't be 8. This is 4, 8, 9. It's not 4. This is an 8, 9 pair. This is the 4. So this is the 1. This is an 8, 9 pair. This is a 2. This is the 1. Which means this is not a 1 anymore. Pardon me. So the minimum in these cells is 5. So this can't be a 5 anymore. This is quite cool. Oh, this 6 makes that 7 and that 8, which means this is the 9 and this is the 8. Now this is from 3, 4, or 5, because it can't be 1 or 2. 1 and 2 are actually in those because of Sudoku. Seven is down here. 4 is up here. That's not it. 2 is down here. If this is 2, this is 4. If this is 3, this is 3. Nine is in one of... I'm not sure. I know 4 is in one of those. So is it the makeup of this 9 arrow? It's not a cage, it's an arrow. I mean, it may as well be a 9 cage now, because I know what it sums to. So if this is 2, 4, that puts 4 down here and 2 here. Okay. Otherwise, it's got a 1 on it, and that opens everything up. Is there a simple trick I've missed? Two, 3, 4, 5, 9. I don't get it. Two is in here somewhere. Because if I put 2 in either of those, I'd block it out of there. So 2 is in one of those. But it could be here and off this line. Okay, I feel like a real idiot right now. If this is 3, this is 4, 2. If this is 4, this is 3, 3. And if this is 5, this could be either. 6, 7, and 8. 6 is in one of those two. 8 is in one of those three. 5 is up here. I can't see it. If this is 4, this is 3, this is 3. No, I don't get it. Oh, neither of those is 6. 6 isn't in there, 6 isn't there, and that 6 sees that one. This is 6, which puts 6 in one of those two. That's done very little. I can see 6 is in one of those, and 6 is in one of those. That's... Is it this 9 arrow? It's 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. It's not 1, 2, 6. Because if it's 1, 2, 6, then this is 1, 2, 6. I can't put 6 in there. I can't put 6 in there. 6 would have to go in one of those where it can't go. So this is not 1, 2, 6. So there's a 3 on the arrow. That's the trick. Because if it's not 1, 2, 6, it's 1, 3, 5 or 2, 3, 4. So this is a 3. Which means 3 is in one of those. But this is either 1, 5 or 2, 4. Three is in one of those now, which means 3 is not there. Okay. 1, 5 or 2, 4. Eight is now in one of those two because this 8 sees all of those. 7 is in one of those three. I am not grokking this. This is not a 1. This is not a 1 because of that 1. So 1 is not in any of those 3 cells, and 1 is not in any of those 3 cells. So 1 is in one of those 2 cells, and this is not 1, 5. This is 2, 4. So that's not the 2. This is the 2. That's really clever. This is 2, 4. So now 4 isn't here. 4 isn't here. So 4 is in one of those 3 cells. Two, that hasn't helped much. These are from 5, 6, 7, and 8. It does put 4 down here, but again, I'm whittling away, but I've got most of the makeup of stuff now. If this is 4, these are both 3. We should put 3 in one of those two. 3 in one of those two, so that would be the 3. 3 in one of those two. Yeah, that's okay. One is in one of those two, which isn't helped at all by anything. I don't get it. Five is in here. This is the only thing that I haven't locked down apart from King's move. Have I made a mistake early on? Thing is, nothing has told me I've made a mistake. Like, there's nothing in this grid that is inherently broken, apart from the fact that I don't have enough information. What are these digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. Well, this can't be 3 or 4, so this is 5 or 9. This can't be 3. So oh, this is a 3, 4. Right. This is not a 4. This is a 5, 9 pair. So this is a 3, 4 pair. Does that do anything? So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6. So 9 is in one of those two, and it's not there. This is a 9. Which means these are 1, 2, and 9. Because I can't put 1, 2, 9 there, and I can't put 1, 2, 9 there. This is not the 4. These are 1, 2, and 9, and there's no 9 there. What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is not 6. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. 5 is up here for this column, so this is not the 5. 5 is in here. This is weird. This is incredibly weird. That column was very important and I didn't see it, and I'm still not sure how to break it open. Three in this row now is up here, so this is not 3. 3 is in one of those two. That's probably been there for a while. If this is 4, this is 4. And that doesn't work. If this is 4, these are both 3. That becomes a 4, and I can't put 4 up there. This is not 4. This is 5. Now, if these are both 3 now, this is 4. 4 is down here and 4 is up here. But hang on, where is 4? 4 now has to be here. This is not 5 anymore. This is the 5. So this is the 7 and this is the 5, which makes this 9 and this 5. 9 is now over in one of those two. This is really clever. I'm just not doing great at this puzzle. So this is a quadruple. 3, well, hang on. 3 can't go there or in any of those. 3 can't go here because if 3 is here, this is a 3 and I can't put 3 up here. This is 3. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, there's no 6 or 7 there. That's the 8. This is a 6, 7 pair. Hang on. There's no 1 there because of the 1's down here. I can't put 1 there. Well, how did I get 1 down here? I'm trusting my pencil marks. Where does 1 go in the... Yeah, this is that 1 makes that 2. So this is a 1, 9 pair. The 2 makes this 3, and this is now 6, so this is a 3. So this is a 4. 4 is now in one of those 2. In fact, I can resolve that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. So 1, 2, 3, and 5. This is so weird. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 6 go in there, which has done almost nothing. These now are though 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 7, and 8. Well, there's no 8 there because of that 8. There's no 5 there because of that 5. So 5 is in one of those 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So these are 6, 7, and 8 only and must contain a 6. So 6 is now in one of those 2, because if I put 6 in either of those 2, then I wouldn't be able to put them here, and this 6 sees both of those. So 6 is in one of those 2. This is a 5, 7 pair, because I've got to put 5 in this row, but if I put 5 in either of those, it'll knock 5 out of this box. So this is a 5, 7 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 6 and 9, and this 9 makes that the 6 and that the 9, which looks up making that the 7 and that the 6, which looks down making that the 5 and this not the 5. This is a 7, 8 pair. This 7, of course, I did that ages ago, makes that 8 and that 7. That takes 7 out of those. This is a 6, 8 pair. This is very cool. This 8 takes 8 out of there. Now, there's no 3 in any of those because of that 3. So these are 1, 2, 4, and 5. Well, there's no 1 in those. There's no 4 or 5 in those. This is a 1, 2 pair, so I can take 2 out of those as well. But this 5 makes that 4 and that 5. The 4 looks down making that 2 and that 4. The 2 looks up making that 1 and that 2. The 1 looks up making that 9 and that 1. Stuff. This 7, of course, ages ago made that 8 and that 7. The 7 looks down making this 8 and taking 8 out of there. These are now all pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, and 9. And this 9 makes that the 2 and that the 9. The 2 looks up making that the 1 and that the 2. There'll be more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 3, 6 pair. Oh, this 9? No, not sure. Yes, this 9 means that's not the 9. This is the 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, and 7. There's no 1 there. There's no 4 there. This 8 makes that 4 and that 8. The 8 looks down making that 6 and that 8. The 6 looks up making that 3 and that 6. The 3 looks up making that 5 and that 3. The 5 looks down making that 7 and that 5. The 7 looks down making that 1. This becomes a 4, 7 pair. This 4 looks down making that 7 and that 4. The 7 looks across making that 6 and that 7. The 6 looks across making that 1 and that 6. And that's the correct solution to amongst our weaponry is some basic Sudoku skills, which I forgot to which I forgot to use earlier. I'll come in again. I'm not going to restart the puzzle though, although that would be a funny joke. And for the Monty Python fans, just go look at the Monty Python sketch. It's much better. Very cool puzzle. Wow. Yeah, MrDon, if you're going to keep doing puzzles like this, I'm going to keep solving them. Particularly if you submit them. Recommendations are great, and I love them, but there's nothing as good as getting a submission from the setter, particularly if I can do them and it follows the submission guidelines. Now I've got a better testing routine with my testers, and we've got a much better automated system. I'm also getting more puzzles now. So not every puzzle is making it through like used to happen for me. So we'll see how it all goes. Yeah, the channel is going well at the moment, I think. Hopefully you enjoy the BremSter unpublished puzzle videos. Hope you're enjoying the puzzles that I'm bringing to the channel. And I am trying to do puzzles that are harder again. I've figured out a way of being able to record stuff while I'm also got a color filter without the color filter being displayed on the recording. I've got some special software, so I'm going to try and bring some coloring puzzles in. We'll see how it all goes. Basically, I can put a color filter on my screen and then use a color filter in OBS to reverse the color filter. It seems to be working. I put up sent two videos to someone and said which one of these had the color filter on it, and they couldn't tell. So that's all good. So we'll see how it all goes. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.